Hi, hello, my name is Natalie and welcome to today's video where I will be talking about my journal ecosystem, at least my very realistic and current ecosystem at the moment. I appreciate you joining me today. Now let's get started. Okay, before I get started, I want to kind of explain that I do have, I don't know if you can tell, this giant pile of notebooks and journals right next to me. But I do mainly use these three right here. I kind of cycle between these: a daily diary, and then an actual planner, and then a mini carry EDC commonplace notebook type of thing. I do have other notebooks and journals that I use probably not as often as I would like, but they do all serve a purpose. My dog, let me just show you actually. There she goes. Yeah, there she goes. And there's the other one. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, when they get like this, they tend to be loud. So I'm hoping that they don't get as loud as they usually do. It's gonna start. For all the hobbies that I do have and like doing, that's what I have the other notebooks for. Okay, I'm gonna start off really quickly with the kind of actual journals that I have. This first one that I use, at least try to use daily. I think I have like an 80-90% success rate at actually journaling every day. This is my daily diary type of journal. I've been trying to get better at expressing my thoughts in my actual diary. I think that's why in the past I failed numerous times to actually keep a daily diary type of journal, because I kept trying to do, today I did this, today I did this, and I felt this way, and I actually went here, and then I got dessert, and then I, all this stuff. I found that that never sticks with me, and a lot of the times when I journal daily, I felt like I needed to write something, even though I had nothing to comment about the day. And so I would just started doing daily diary type of things, which just doesn't work for me, to be honest. It's not interesting, especially if I'm just describing my day. And I already do that in my planner. This is my planner. We'll talk about her in a bit. So it's kind of repetitive to talk about my daily day-to-day things. I do try to analyze my thoughts and word vomit, and if I'm overthinking, I try to pick up my book. If I'm feeling sad, I try to pick up my book. If I'm happy and it was a good day, I pick up my book. I just want to express my feelings and document them. It's easier when you can just put all that heavy substance somewhere else. Ever since I switched my mindset to doing that, I've been more consistent with journaling daily. That's journal number one. That's what I use this baby for. Next is my beautiful personal size 6-ring planner. I love this thing. I actually got and found on Etsy. I keep this little pen pouch over it. It is kind of too big for it, and I'm most likely gonna remove it sometime soon and put it on one of my other journals over here, just because it is kind of bulky, and then when I lay it flat, it kind of gets in the way. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I have yet to like fully decide. I got this on Etsy by this company called MyRoadmap. Shows right there. I just really love the detail of the actual material. It's vegan leather, and I really like the look of this little strap. I think it's so different and looks very nice. I don't know. I just really like it. It was on the pricier side. I decided that if I wanted this planner to last a really long time, that it would be worth it. And I think what I really like about it is that the rings are 30 millimeters, so they're on the larger side, and they're painted black as well. They're coated black. They're not silver rings or gold rings. I really like that it matches the outside. I actually didn't even want this color. I wanted this I wanted this gorgeous burgundy deep red wine planner color. But right when my boyfriend ordered this planner for me, the owner, I think it was the owner, I'm not sure, messaged him saying that they had just sold out, and my heart broke a little bit. It's fine. My second runner-up color anyway of choice was this black one. I really like black. It's kind of what I tend to go for. Black is a comfort color for me. And so I didn't mind, but I just that color was so nice. If you like that kind of aesthetic, you'll know. This is my daily weekly planner. I went through many phases of me trying to have several weekly overviews, and generally I have it set up in an hourly, daily, weekly overview. I don't know how to explain that. Basically, I have each day vertically, and you can see the entire day of the week in one spread, and I have the hours listed so that I can basically time block my plans. I noticed that whenever I time block rather than list my things that I need to do, my brain absorbs it better, and there's just some sort of satisfaction I get from seeing all my plans blocked out on my planner. And it's just worked for me. I think throughout the year, because I think I got this planner and I went into a 6 rings planner beginning of the year, or actually no, because I had this other 6 ring, but it was like 22 millimeter. It was like way too small, and so I didn't really get to use it how I wanted to use it. That one I had like sometime second half of last year, and then I moved to this one. This one I experimented on how I like my layouts, and basically I think the last couple months I have finally settled into a nice routine and a nice setup, and I found myself gravitating towards constantly picking up my planner and filling out my week hourly by hourly. But yeah, I have a monthly overview, and then I have a monthly habit overview, and then after that, just the 4 weeks listed. And then usually at the end of the month, I have a monthly reflection that I ask myself a couple questions. I go over my monthly goals, if I achieve them, and whatnot. So this planner does a lot for me to relieve a lot of mental clutter in my head. But yeah, I really like it. I feel like I still have some little things that I need to tweak, but for the most part, it's complete, and I have little pictures throughout of my family, of my boyfriend, of my pets. That's my MyRoadmap planner, 6 rings planner. I love her. I wish I could show her off more, but that kind of segues me to my other journal. I tend to not include to-do lists and grocery lists and like on the go type of thing, or whenever I have a random thought. I found it very inconvenient to pick up this clunky thing out in public, just because also depending on the purse that I wore, I didn't bother bringing this because this is more of like a planner versus like a quick thing that I can take out and write a quick to do. I think when during like my trial phase where I was trying out different templates, I had a section specifically for quick to-dos and things that I randomly remembered. I left like this section blank. I even tried a brain dump spread that I can constantly refer to. I even did like a monthly comment section at the back. I don't know, something that didn't fit in my actual like weekly template setup. I had those pages set open, but I found out that I never actually opened them because in the moment of needing to write something down, I wasn't going to grab this out in public. There's something about the clunkiness and the inconvenience of like, let me like whip this out and then where's my pen? Like I needed a new plan. And so that's where this little baby came into play. I just literally got her like within the last couple weeks. I finally found my missing puzzle piece, and it is my little traveler's pocket commonplace notebook. It occurred to me that I needed a pocket-sized notebook for my quick jot downs, like a notebook where I can use it as a commonplace, where I can whip it out when I'm bored, out in public. I just needed something so simple, straight to the point for my to-dos and to randomly sketch. When I originally was looking for a really simple pocket-sized notebook, I came across this one on Amazon. I don't know if anyone's recognized it, if anyone tried to like budget find a like Louis Carmen inspired traveler's notebook. It was legit only $14, $15, $16, one of the three. And I was like, that's freaking cheap. Let's give it a try. I honestly didn't even care about the consequences of the quality of this notebook because of the price. I just literally needed pen and paper. This little thing is such a good quality for what the price was. It just shocked me. And on top of that, I didn't even pay attention to the quote on this notebook. This literal quote is amongst my list of favorite quotes ever. It's like probably my top two. It's probably my top one, honestly. I was so shocked when I read this quote when I first got it, like when I unboxed it, because like I said, I just put it in my cart because it was cheap, it was cute. I didn't think much of it. I didn't know it came with this little quote charm in the front. And I was like, ain't no way. It came with my favorite quote of all time. When there's a will, there's a way. You can apply this quote literally anywhere. And I can go on and on about how shocked I was about this notebook. Enough of my rant. I use this as my commonplace notebook. This one just has been helping me so much. I write random thoughts in here. When I'm bored, I'll do cute little sketches. It is a cheap little thing, so it marks up really easily if you plan on getting this. But I kind of like that because, as you can see, I kind of scratched up some hearts on there, and I think it's a cute little ad, and you can do your own designs, own sketches. So yeah, there's my take on my 3 most used journals. Okay, and so now to shift from my 3 daily journals, let's move over to my hobby journals. Yes, I have a ton, and yes, it's excessive. It's benefited me for the better, so I have no complaints, to be honest. But yeah, let me actually start off with the most used out of this pile, because I've had this one since beginning of 2024 specifically. I just don't use it as often as I would like. My mom bought me this Cancun journal cover, and I love it so much. I think it's so freaking pretty, and it has my name on it, and it fits my cheap little Amazon journal in it so nicely. I have to fight a little bit, but I mean, it works. It is so nice, and I hope it lasts forever because I'm forever gonna use this as my reading journal cover. Actually, it's no longer a reading journal, it's a mixed media journal. I don't remember how many pages this journal comes with. I think it's like for sure 200 or something like that. So when I started feeling bad about myself that I wasn't filling up this journal, I then realized this journal literally has 200 pages. That means that's 400 sides of paper that I need to fill up with books. And I don't read that much, not even since 2024. Yeah, like I think I averaged 30 to 40 books a year. So I was not going to fill this up, and I started feeling really bad and comparing myself to other book readers. Comparison is a thief of joy. Do not do it, because once I realized that this is a hefty book and I filled it up pretty well, then I became proud of myself. You know, it's about a shift in perception, you know. For the most part, it started off a book journal where I literally wrote all my book reviews. But then after a while, when I realized I wasn't filling it up as fast as I could, I ended up switching it literally this year to a media journal. My intent now is to basically review any piece of media that I enjoyed or want to remember, because that did interest me, but I didn't want to buy an entire new notebook to write about movies that I watched or write about songs that I liked. So I figured I can just literally include it into my reading journal, especially if I'm trying to fill up this reading journal. I have like this much left. Yeah, me and this girl have been around for a bit now. But yeah, I recently started reviewing songs that I liked. It's still mostly books, but I am currently doing a Marvel Universe movie marathon. I haven't filled anything in. I think this is literally page one, like movie number one, but I'm already on movie like 20. I need to write and catch up all my reviews. I will do that. I'm actually planning on doing that this weekend. Even like I have this whole separate one for Spider-Man because I'm planning on watching the Spider-Man movie that's coming out in July. I had actually never seen the Tom Holland movies, and so I needed to start in order to watch the movie. But then everyone was telling me that I had to watch the OG Spider-Mans, which I think I only remember watching the first two Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans. And so I needed to start square one from like the very beginning, the OG Spider-Man, and then onto the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, and then now the Tom Holland Spider-Man. I've caught up, so now I also had to fill in these reviews. Sadly, I don't have a printer. That's why I've waited a long time to even fill it up. I literally don't have a printer. I don't have a printer to print all the movie covers. I do have Lian sticker photo printer, but I don't want to use all these I want to use these more for pictures than like movie covers, and so I'd rather print them out on paper, but I don't have a printer. I currently have my eyes on the Epson EcoTank. I will buy you. Okay, Epson EcoTank, I will buy you. Yeah, that is my reading journal / media journal. I love her as well. Her and I have been great together. Next is the newest. No, the newest was my mini Pretty Girl Traveler's pocket size notebook. This is my second newest. I am specifically using her as my language learning journal. She is a moterm. Do I know the exact name? I don't, but she's a moterm. She is in A6 size in a very gorgeous olive color. The main reason why I decided to buy this one, literally just because of the cover. I was also looking for just a simple notebook that I can just use for learning Spanish. But then when I saw this, I had to buy it. It was on the cheaper side when it comes to luxury journals. It's like $40 for the A6 moterms. And dude, she's gorgeous. I don't know what else to say about it. So yeah, I have a plan that by the end of 2026, I become proficient at speaking Spanish. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm halfway there. Literally, my plan is just to try to journal in Spanish. Anything new that I learn and need to remember in Spanish, on how to conversate in Spanish, specifically conversate in Spanish, because writing and reading, I got her locked in. I'm a little bit iffy at comprehension, but conversational Spanish, who is she? I don't know. I literally don't know. And so that's my plan, having her around everywhere. I did get this idea from this other YouTuber, and I thought it was a really, really great idea and motivation to actually pick up my Spanish learning. So now that I have this, there's incentive to learn now because I have a pretty journal. Now we are down to the last hobby journal, my memory journal. I got this also semi-recently. I got this, oh shite. Okay, it wasn't, okay. It has not been that recent. It has been since August of last year. Wow. This is mainly to me a memory journal because they're essentially spreads from memories and events that I want to remember and glorify. And so, for example, here's one spread where I went to Warp Tour. I have a spread of my dogs and my boyfriend and me explaining how they're like the main loves of my life. And I have spreads of my family and really pretty pictures that I have with them. I also have a spread for my birthday, like just specific things that I want to literally glorify. I'm kind of using this as a way to share my photos that I take because I no longer have Instagram. I don't have social media in that way. So whenever I take these pictures, your first instinct is to post them somewhere. And I can't post them because I don't have social media. I have nowhere to share these amazing, beautiful photos I have of my life, of my friends, of my family, of my loves. And so that's where this book comes in. I don't use it often because of my printer thing. I think I've been out of a printer for a fat minute. Those are my 6 journals in my journal ecosystem. I do have 2 more that I kind of want to quickly talk about, but they're not really journals. They are notebooks that I have laying around that I use for a specific purpose, but I don't know. So this one is, I think I just got this round journal from Target. I use this one for whenever I'm trying to track my calories, my protein, my workouts, and I need to have it listed down somewhere. I don't know. I use this for that basically. I'm trying to get back on it, and I'm actually planning on documenting that part of my life, hoping it gives me motivation, of course, and accountability. But that's what this notebook is for. And then this is just my art journal, but it's not really a journal. It's like a sketchbook. It's an art book. I actually had the idea to use this as an art journal where I can draw and paint and just do any sort of art and kind of journal and write and express myself about what I did. Yeah, I actually really, really like that idea. So I guess this will, in a way, be a part of my journal ecosystem because I am using it to write about my art process and my art pieces and what I like about them, what I don't like about them, etc. So that is my entire journal ecosystem. Honestly, I think I share too much information and I'm sorry about that, but I hope that you enjoyed listening to me talk about what I use my journals for, what kind that I have. Maybe it also gave you some inspiration how to develop your journal ecosystem in however way that you want. Once again, I really appreciate you joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.